A critical path. It sounds important, right? But what does it really mean? I'm Guy from monday.com, and today I'll try to answer that. So critical path is a method used by project managers to prioritize tasks and deliver a project on time. But that doesn't give much away, right? I'm here to help you understand what critical paths are, why they're important, and how to implement them. Plus, later on in this video, I'll show you how the critical path feature in Monday Work Management can make your job much easier. So let's dive in. What is a critical path? It's the longest sequence of dependent tasks that must be completed to execute a project. These tasks are called critical activities because the whole project runs over if they're delayed. Project managers often use the critical path method, or CPM, in order to find the critical path. The CPM, also known as the critical path analysis, or CPA, is a project management technique used to plan and schedule complex projects. It's basically an algorithm that identifies the longest sequence of dependent activities and also measures the time required to complete them from start to finish. What does a critical path look like? It's kind of like asking, how long is a piece of string? There's no definitive answer. Traditionally, the critical path was a flowchart. But today, more visually appealing ways of presenting a critical path exist, such as Gantt charts as an example. What are the benefits of using the critical path method? So first off, it enhances project planning, no doubt about that. The CPM provides a structured approach to project planning by identifying the sequence of activities and their dependencies. This helps create a realistic and robust project schedule. It also helps prioritize the different tasks. The CPM really helps project managers prioritize tasks effectively and determine where and how to allocate their resources. It improves team communication. The CPM requires input from key stakeholders, including team members and subcontractors. This collaboration ensures that everyone understands the project timeline and dependencies, which then lead to better communication and coordination. It facilitates more effective resource management. The CPM really helps identify and allocate resource requirements for each of the different activities. This is done by understanding the critical path and resource dependencies, minimizing bottlenecks and unexpected delays. It tightens cost control. When allocating the right resource to the right places, the chances of unexpected delays that may incur additional costs are reduced. It detects potential risks. The CPM allows project managers to identify potential risks and their impact on the project schedule. By analyzing the critical path and considering the float or slack time, project managers can predict the effect of delays and make adjustments to mitigate risks. Last but not least, it improves project management. The CPM enables project managers to clearly communicate project plans, schedules, and performance. This clarity helps to monitor progress, identify issues, and make informed decisions. How to find the critical path. Now let's identify critical path from start to finish. Firstly, list all your project tasks. Before you even think about a critical path, you need to list what tasks to include in a project, such as your work breakdown structure. You should spend some time speaking with stakeholders to confirm the project details. Once you have all the information, you can identify all the activities that must happen in order to complete the project. Then, you'll want to put all the tasks in order. Once you've identified the tasks, it's now time to put them in chronological order and identify any task dependencies. This will help you work out the project timeline. Now, what's the best way to put them in order? Whether you'd prefer to create a project roadmap, tracker, or overview, using an efficient, easy-to-use software like Monday Work Management really simplifies the process by giving you a clear visualization of all your tasks. Next up, estimate how long each task will take, and there are several ways to estimate activity duration. First up, let's start with bottom-up estimating. It's where you add up the estimates of the lowest level work tasks to get a summary total. These are usually more accurate than other estimates. Next up, we have comparative estimating. This is where you base your estimates on similar work or other projects that you've completed in the past. Another way is parametric estimating. In this case, you calculate a portion of the work and then just multiply to get the overall estimate. Our next step is to find all the potential paths or strings. Any project can have multiple paths or strings of connected and dependent tasks. This part of the process involves finding all these possible paths and calculating how long each one will take. This way you can really pinpoint the one with the longest duration. Project management platforms like Monday Work Management can do this automatically. In fact, Monday Work Management can find all the possible critical paths and calculate how long each one will take so that you can pinpoint the one with the longest duration. And now, the step you've been waiting for, identifying the critical path. Once you've listed all the paths and strings, you need to identify the longest path through the project from start to finish. So if you've got a string of tasks that takes 8 days, one that takes 6 days, and another one that takes 12. Then the 12-day string is the critical path. It's the one that can't have any delays without moving out your project end date. Finally, you'll need to monitor the critical path. It can and most likely will change throughout the project. No doubt about it. Some tasks may take longer than expected, or new tasks might be added over time. Any changes to the project can have a knock-on effect on the critical path. This means you'll need to check continuously throughout the project and update your critical path diagram accordingly. One of the limitations of using the critical path project management method is its lack of flexibility. That's why we've created a critical path feature in Monday Work Management that addresses this and allows for more flexibility. How you can manage your critical paths with Monday Work Management. Our critical path feature makes your team more aware and efficient by visually displaying each project's duration. Once you add this feature to your Gantt chart, it highlights the critical path in your project's timeline, which are the events that must be completed on time for the overall project to finish on schedule. What's more, the software monitors any changes in critical path activity and automatically updates the critical path in your project plan, so you don't have to. So there you have it, a simple, no-nonsense guide to critical paths. To read the full article, click on the link below, and I also invite you to subscribe to our channel for more helpful videos. Now you know what's what. Why not check out Monday Work Management and implement critical paths within your projects?